Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading Satellite Office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Wednesday, December the 5th, 2012, and here is today's midday market update brought to you by wallstreettrading.com. I want to first start by taking a look to see how the indices are trading right now. The Dow Jones is up 127 points. The NASDAQ is up 7.6. The Russell's up 11 cents. S&P up 7 points. The BKX index, the banking index, is up 0.92. Oil index is up 13.76. Commodities are a little bit flat to down across the board. I see copper's up pretty nice. JJC up 39 cents. Euro's weak. Dollar's a little bit strong this morning. And the markets are ripping higher. If you take a look at the chart we have right here, you're looking at the 15-minute chart on the ES. I'm going to take off the studies real quick so you guys can see what happened this morning. This morning, the market was set up to be in a bull flag that was setting up here pre-market. All right, that bull flag failed. We started rolling over, and this was across the board. We had the ES in a bull flag. The Russell 2000 was in a bull flag on the Russell futures, and the Dow Jones. The Nasdaq was the weakest this morning. However, it has recovered, but it was the weakest when we started selling off. And then next you know, the flags that we had set up on the ES and the Russell and the Dow, they started rolling over. Dow Jones was actually holding up pretty well when the market was selling off, and it was actually holding up pretty well, going to the open when the rest of the indices were selling off right on the open. So those industrial stocks and stocks in the Dow Jones are holding up pretty well. Then we had some news come out of Washington. Not quite sure what the news was. Just saying that they need to put together a plan, and they've ripped the market up from a low of $13.99 on the ES to a high of $14 here, you could say. They broke us right back inside that channel that we broke down out of now. And now, in my opinion, I wouldn't be a buyer of the market right here, but I would be a buyer on a pullback, maybe back down towards the 1408 area. See if this channel holds right here. And or if not, maybe back down towards, say, like the 1406, 1405 area, a little 50% pullback. Strong stocks out there. Actually, let me go ahead and take a look at the SPY and everything else with you guys, since I know some of you guys look at the ETFs or the indices and not the actual futures. So let me go ahead and bring this chart up for you guys now. And you can see here that the Qs are back above that key 65 level. These are the same levels that I have highlighted in the daily charts that I showed you guys in the after the bell market summaries. You can see if the Qs could get back above this little resistance band above the 65.40 level. The previous day's close is 65.60. Previous day's high 65.77. That could very well be a target if they continue to buy the market. Take a look at the SPY for some of you guys that trade the SPY and not the ES. SPY has a target back up here towards that 142.31 resistance band. Then we have Monday's opening price right here at 142.81. That could be definitely be another target. Take a look at the Russell 2000. Russell 2000 actually has been holding up well. Was holding up pretty well yesterday until it failed, but it was holding up pretty well compared to the other indices. And at the same time now, this morning it came in, held those lows, and now it's going to go back up towards those highs. Again, I would not be a buyer of the market up here. Wait for a little pullback during this lunch hour to try to get involved in some of these stocks. As far as some stocks that are moving to the top side, all right, some stocks that we had mentioned this morning in the chat room pre-market for a nice move higher. First stock that we're going to talk about here that we had was AIG. If you take a look at where the hell's my paper at here? Here it is. You take a look at AIG holding above 33.57 is bullish. It was a 4-day range, and you can see what this stock is doing. This stock is just ripping pretty strong. They actually got upgraded as well by Stern G, and that's moving higher. Another stock that we talked about this morning, Tibbix. Tibbix was a fade or a short right on the open. If you put the pre-market information on here, you can see the stock sold off after hours yesterday from some news. I'm not sure if it was earnings or not. And you can see it was just trading in that same range, and then right there it sold off all the way down to 18.95 from 20. So that was a nice little trade right there that could have been had. MMR, PXP, all those stocks are in play from FCX, Freeport-McMoRan, buying a stake in them. I'm not sure what price they're going to buy them out for, but definitely see FCX going to do some business with them and buy them out. And now you got this gold and copper company buying some energy companies here at a discount. Let's see here, FCX. This one as well got a nice little bounce off the open from after selling off pre-market here. Came into some key oversold levels, and that was a nice little trade right there to be had from 31.72 to down here. So all these trades are trades that we mentioned this morning in the chat room. Obviously, you can't catch them all, but they are good trade ideas. And then we had CLF. CLF was a tough trade. Ran up, opened up at 29.66, trade all the way up to 30.29. Got involved in some CLFs around 29.75. They popped it up to 30. Then it pulled back, so it got out for a flat. Then we were accumulating some CLF around this 29.20 area down here. Once the market took off, this gave you a nice trade back up from 29.31. And this was a trade that we caught inside the chat room from 29.31 and went up all the way to a high of 30. Obviously, you can't catch a whole move, but it was a good trade to be had. So that's about it. If you guys have not been to our chat room yet, you can check it out at My Wall Street TV. Password to log in is SMART, SMART. And if you have not been to our website yet, you can check that out at wallstreettrading.com. Have a great day, and I'll catch you guys after the bell for the After the Bell market summary. Later.